So guys, I have a couple of things in here that I wanted to show you guys, but just it is not enough to just make one video about it. So I am going to share both of the things that people have noticed about the new patch that showed up in GGG's post. Earlier today, GGG released this post right here where they explain what is going to happen in the new league, right? And they showed this screenshot. In that screenshot, oh, apparently they changed it. They changed it, dude. They changed it after people noticed it. They changed it after people noticed it, dude. With this post. Brother, they changed it after people noticed it. So it is real. When they uploaded this image originally, they changed it, which means they showed something that they didn't have to show. When they showed this picture originally, it was this picture. Sorry, not that one. This one. That shows, some people ask, there is only 6 slots in the classes. How are they going to make it when there are 12 classes in this, where you select your character so that they fit? This is going to be really long, right? No, what they are going to do is that when you pick, you have 2 choices, then you pick the other one and it changes right there in the same spot. So when they release this today, where they are explaining to you how the new league is going to be, the first screenshot that they showed in here was this one that showed that in the spot of the sorcerers you also have the Templar, dude. That is the Templar model. Check this out. We know that this is the Templar model because we have checked the Templar model other times. So in the spot where the sorcerer is, the Templar is also going to be in there. And they have a working version of this internally. Of course, we know this is not going to come with the patch. But what this means is that they have a working version of this internally where they can choose the Templar for themselves. And that is fucking cool. That is fucking awesome. We already have the model in-game that is choosable for them. That is fucking cool. And when you come to the other side, to the far right, you also realize that this, brother, that this class right here is also not in the game right now. Because if you look right now, what is in there right now? The monk. The monk doesn't have that same structure as that character, that same armor, those same pants. This is not the monk, dude. This is not the monk. What could this be? Is this the druid? Is this the shadow? I don't know what the fuck this is. So again, what this means is not that we are getting the new another new class for aside from the hunters or anything in this patch. This just means that the client that they have inside for them already allows them to pick the Templar and this class right here that I think is the druid, but I am not sure. So that is fucking cool, dude. That is fucking cool. Now the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is that for some reason we missed in the live developer update that they did when they showed up the game, the update and everything. When they were showing stuff in game, they had this tab open here in the screen that says map objective. And maybe this is because we are going to have new objectives aside from the rares. I don't know. And look at this. It says defeat the king in the mist. Okay, we know that that might be the pinnacle boss encounter. But there are other stuff like this. Defeat Braca, the Wither Crown. Defeat Ghost and Reverius Rosslor. This one shows you that the map has a bridge. How many times have you that you don't remember this? Did this map have a bridge when I enter the map? I don't know, I don't remember. And if you open your map, the atlas, it doesn't show it. So now they are going to start showing it, thank God, because that way you know. Maybe this means that we are still having to kill all the rares. Maybe not, because in here, this is a rare mob, and the map says completed. Right now, in the game, how it is right now, the rare for the essences counts toward the killer rares. So this map probably had a different objective that killer rares, because you still have this rare in here that didn't count to this map objective. You understand what I'm saying? Or maybe they are changing it so the essence one doesn't count. I don't know. What I am trying to say here is that we might see different map objectives. And in the case that we don't see map objectives change, at least we are getting the reminder of what mechanics we have in the map. And that is fucking cool. They are at least getting an updated UI so that we get better stuff to know what to do in the map. So whatever of the two things, I believe this is fucking cool, and it is something worth mentioning that we missed out when they were showcasing the game, and they didn't say anything about this. The community noticed it, and they posted here on Reddit that there are other map objectives, you know, or the map objective shit is different. So they also said this: during the live stream reveal of Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt, we discussed several things in the Q&A that we'd like to clarify further. In today's news post, we'd like to start with additional information about map portals in Dawn of the Hunt. So let's see what they have to say, dude. Okay, this is important information. We'd like to clarify the situation with having to use portals each time you die. The concern raised during the Q&A was that you would be consuming portals to have to store items in your stash or trade with players. With so few portals, as low as one, you will not be able to leave the map and return. We have made the following change to address this problem. Okay, it was like that. I can't believe they didn't think about it in the first place. Why did you even think about releasing it that way? Why is it that you have to change it? It is insane. We thought about that the first second you said it. I will not be able to leave my map to sell my shit if someone whispers me to trade. That was the very first thing we thought about. Let's see. You will now be able to enter and exit your maps as much as you like, as long as you haven't died. The number of portals is now representative of the number of revives you have during the map. So if you are able to survive, you can come and go as you please. I have to be honest. Now that they are doing this change, I like this more than what we had before. Because at the start of the league, when I am poor, I like to pick up a lot of shit and save it and sell it or disenchant it or do whatever. I like to do it. But with 6 portals only, I was worried. I am going to run out of portals. I am not going to town to save my shit. I will just not pick up everything, right? But now I can come and go as I please if I don't die. This is awesome for me. I can pick up everything, I save it, I disenchant, I go back again. I love it. I love it. Me personally, I know that a lot of people don't care. But for me, this is awesome. We also wanted to clarify that when returning to a map after dying, you will return to the last checkpoint. So if you forgot to make a portal, you won't have to run through too much of an empty map to get back to where you die. Okay. We're also currently making a change which hopefully will make it for release. Otherwise, shortly after, no big deal. This change is that when you die in a map and then revive, assuming you have any revives remaining, you will be instantly placed at the last checkpoint without any loading screens. So you don't need to return to your hideout and re-enter the map every time. I also like this. In fact, in POE 1, it felt good to me when I played it that it takes you to the hideout. When you die, it takes you to the hideout and you go back into the map. I didn't like it that much because you have to go through the loading screens. They are fixing that. That is fucking awesome. We'll continue to provide further updates to topics discussed during the Q&A in the lead up to launch. So keep an eye on our announcements. I think this is fucking awesome. This is really, really fucking good. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are fucking awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is your star ride.